Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Rudner Revolution. My name is Abigail Rudner, and this morning we're going to start a series called Basic Chops. And in this set of Basic Chops videos, I'm going to share with you some of my basic chops and get you going into your own way of understanding and working with Photoshop that suits your needs. For our first project, we're going to create this little inspirational graphic with a quote on it that you can post to Facebook, share with friends via email, or put on your webpage. The project contains some tips and tricks for working with the basics of layers, colors, styles, text, layer modes, and basic transformations. These are some steps that I like to start with when I'm creating some photo illustration or graphic design in Photoshop. So let's get going. First of all, as you can see, I have a document already started. I'm going to go ahead and close this document and not save it. Don't save. So we'll start from the very beginning. We'll do File, New. From the File, New menu here, we will create a document that is 800 by 800 pixels at 72 pixels per inch. That's a low resolution image, and you'll want to use a background contents of white. In this case, it is a good idea to set your color profile. Now, I wanted to mention that I closed the document that I had open because I wanted to set this profile so that it will stay set anytime I open a Photoshop file. So if you want this color profile change to match the most versatile setting, which is the Adobe RGB 1998, you may find that yours is not set on this setting. I suggest you change it to this setting because, as I'll go into in a later lesson, there are meanings to all these different settings which will make your colors look different. This one is the most versatile one, so we'll choose that, Adobe RGB 1998, and yes, we're going to go with square pixels. Yes, there are different sizes of pixels. Pixel sizes depend upon the output, so depending upon how you're going to export this file, whether it's going to be for widescreen TV or for American or European video, you may want different sizes of pixels. In this case, we're just going to make a piece of art for the web, and we'll go with square pixels. I'm going to go ahead and click OK. By the way, if you do name your file here, it does not automatically save it. I could put a name here, but that is not going to force save this file. I just wanted to mention that. So here, I'll give it the name We Are Stars. All right, so here we are with our white canvas. Now I wanted to show you over here on the far right, we've got a background layer. This background layer is your white background. So when you create a document with white, not transparent, you're going to notice that there's a little lock here on the far right. If you double click, you will be able to name this layer. You can name it a new name. I actually like to call it BKG for background. By just opening it and naming it, you've actually unlocked it. It's kind of a strange thing in Photoshop. We could change the opacity. I'm going to leave this all alone right now, but you notice that that lock is gone and it is no longer called background, but rather my abbreviation. And what that means is that I can actually erase from this. You can see those little checkers in the background. That means transparency in Photoshop. Okay, great. Having gotten set up, it is time for us to look a bit at the workspace. Under Window, I have my workspace currently set to what is known as the Essentials setup. You may want to reset Essentials if you've been using Photoshop and you don't have this setting, so you can choose Essentials first. And you can see here, if I move this over and I do Window, Workspace, Essentials, it is not moving it back. If I choose Window, Workspace, Reset Essentials, just make sure your workspace is set up like that and we will be exactly the same. In the next lesson, I'm going to start setting some type and creating some artwork into this document. So please join me there as we continue to build on this project, Basic Chops, Lesson 1.